Look, I've been speaking very positively on Tottenham recently, and there is good reason for that. And today, I want to go over the reasons that I'm actually really looking forward to next season. Now, I know a lot of fans will always say, "Oh, I'm really looking forward to next season," but I think it's different from a Tottenham fan's perspective, coming off the seasons that we've had, finishing 17th twice. I know we had the Europa League win in between that, but it just feels like this season we're going to start building something special, especially with the start of the transfer window. We've had two brilliant signings. We've just got the confirmation on the Senese contract, 4 years plus a 1 year extension. I think that's massive, and obviously Robertson yesterday. Now, before I get into this, I just want to say thank you for all the support that I've been getting recently. My videos have been doing numbers, better numbers than I thought they would have for someone starting out. I am obviously just a small creator. But if you guys wouldn't mind dropping a subscription, dropping a like, dropping a comment, those things really do go a long way for a small creator like me. They make my day when I check. I'm like, oh, wow, another subscription. That's brilliant. Obviously, this is what I want to do. I want to talk football. You've got the likes of Seb on Spurs and Ben Bowman. I love what they do. And I'm going to branch out to TikTok more, YouTube Shorts. I know they're the way to go. But yeah, if you guys could just go show some love, I would really, really appreciate that. But let's get into this one. Now, I think the only place I can really start this video would be kind of semi-reflecting on the seasons we've had, the past 2 seasons, that is. I know a lot of people won't want to hear this part because we've been speaking about how negatively Tottenham have played and how bad our seasons have been for so long. But I think a quick, just little okay, we finished 17th under Range, but that didn't feel like a true 17th because he gave me the best night of my life and he won the Europa League. Obviously, very outward about throwing the league away. So that didn't feel like a true 17th. But this season, obviously, we've reached the lowest of lows, actually getting into the relegation zone at one point when West Ham beat Wolves 4-0. Now, I think the Thomas Frank appointment was a bit of an odd one, and that really started the regression of the football club. I was actually quite happy when we appointed Thomas Frank. I thought the best of the candidates we had, maybe we could have gone and got someone better. Obviously, I was kind of hoping for that because I'm a fan and I want the best manager we can possibly get. But I wasn't annoyed at the Thomas Frank appointment. Now, as we've seen, the Thomas Frank appointment was woeful. The speeches that went from Ange looking like a philosopher to Thomas Frank saying "win the second ball" as if they're 4-year-olds learning how to play football. And I mean, throughout the season, the performances, I remember the one that sticks out to me is that Chelsea 1-0 loss at home where they looked abysmal and we looked even worse, and we were at home in a London derby. That one always just, I mean, it hurts my soul to think about that game. Sitting through that 90 minutes was just painful. Now, obviously, then we bring in Tudor, which was another weird appointment, and he was never going to save our season. I don't think anyone truly believed he would, and obviously, we know what happened there. And then we get to the good part, the fun part, where we bring in De Zerbi. Now, obviously, De Zerbi's first game, we lost 1-0 to Sunderland, but we already looked better. We looked like a team again. I think that was very apparent. And then the home games we had on De Zerbi, I mean, I found this quite interesting. In the past 38 home games, the last 2 seasons of home games, we've got 36 points. De Zerbi has played 3 games at home, sorry, and he has got 5 of them. 5 of them, yeah, because it was Leeds, Everton, and who else did we draw to? Brighton. They were the 3 games. He's got 5 of the points out of the last 36 that we've had at home, and he's played 3 games. Now, I think that's an incredible stat to show, one, why I'm so excited for next season, because if you had have asked me what my one fear going into next season was if we had have stayed up under, say we kept Tudor, if we had have just magically stayed up, my fear would have been the home form, because the past 2 seasons, there's no hiding from it, we have been abysmal at home. The away form hasn't been incredible, but it's been better. I remember there was one point this season where we were top of the league on away form and almost bottom of the league on home form, and that just kind of shows it. Now, obviously, De Zerbi kind of came in and he almost did what Ange did, but not to the same level, where he changed the belief in the club, the culture. I mean, he got Mickey van der Ven, from whose head was literally already at Liverpool, to then coming back and talking about signing a new contract, which I think is a crazy swivel to have. He showed us some proper football. We looked fun again. We were going forward. With the limited players he had, because of how many injuries we had, I don't think we had any fit wingers, like out-and-out wingers. Yeah, because Tell was playing on the wing and Kolo Muani's playing on the wing. They're not wingers, in my opinion. I think he did brilliantly with the players he had. Again, we looked fun to watch for the first time in how long, and I think that was just a massive moving. Like it's like playing chess. That was the move. Now, I think next season is going to be a really good season, mainly because of the transfer window we're having already. Now, in my personal experience as a Tottenham fan, I'm 22 years old. I've been a Spurs fan as long as I can remember, but we've always been quite reactionary in the transfer market. I remember Poch, after we almost won the league, he didn't even get a signing the next window, which is just crazy. I don't know how you don't try and build on that. I remember the transfer window under Ange, I think it was his first transfer window where we brought in Odegaard. Now, I love Odegaard, but we could have got Desire Doué, who's now playing in Champions League finals and winning the Champions League twice. We've just been quite, we'll take him instead of him, and hopefully it will end out well. Now, that's changing now. We're being proactive instead of reactive. Obviously, we got Robertson announced by the club. I know we've had the Senesi here we go for a long time, but I still believed, Iraola going to Liverpool, maybe that he could have just roped Senesi in, but obviously he hasn't now. We've got confirmation on the Senesi contract, 4 years plus a 1 year option to extend. Again, that's proactive instead of reactive, and we're also putting in heavy bids for Van Hecke. I mean, I did a video on all these guys yesterday on why I think they'd be great for Tottenham, but I think we're showing more signs of acting like a big club, like we know we are, because we are a big six club. We're showing that we're actually acting like that instead of, trying to get by on being stingy and not spending too much money. I think a big statement of that as well was the Conor Gallagher signing. Now, whether you agree he's a good signing to make or not, we've already shifted from that. Because Conor Gallagher was, in my opinion, that was the club looking like they're proactive, but it was reactive. We went so long in that window where the only player we'd been linked with or actually signed was Sousa. I mean, we sold Brennan Johnson it was really early on. It must have been within the first 3 days of January. He went to Palace, and then it was pretty much silence other than Sousa for so long. And then it looked like Conor Gallagher was going to Villa, but then we swiped in and took him, and we put him on really high wages, which, again, I think the club tried to portray as they're being proactive. Look, we're throwing money around and whatever. But that's the wrong player to do that with, in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong. Gallagher has been way below par for us this season. He has picked up towards the end of the season under De Zerbi, which is another thing that I'm looking forward to under De Zerbi. He seems to be getting the best out of literally every player. Now, another one I wanted to talk about quickly under De Zerbi is Palhinha. Now, I see a lot of hate on Palhinha. Now, I was hating on Palhinha, especially under Thomas Frank and Tudor. However, now that I'm seeing links to him re-signing, obviously he's showing passion that he wants to stay. He wants to sign back with us. He's putting us above Sporting. Now, we are a big club, so I understand a lot of people are going to do that. But I don't think it would be an atrocious signing because De Zerbi has proved that he can get the best out of Palhinha. Sorry for the little cut there. My cat was trying to get in, and I don't like how she was scratching at my door. Where was I? I was talking about Palhinha. Again, I don't think that was a great... You know what? Say hello. Hi, this is Bambi. She's still a little kitten.
Go on, get down.
Yeah, no, Palhinha, again, I don't think it would be a brilliant signing, but I think he's getting more hate than he should. I think De Zerbi has found a way to profile him, and we should believe in De Zerbi because Palhinha has come up with some incredible goals for us recently. He's pretty much put us on his back to keep us up. He's been performing brilliantly. And yeah, I just think the hate is unnecessary. I know he wasn't great under Frank, but nobody really was. Again, being said, I want to address this. I don't think Palhinha should be the midfield signing. We need a progressive midfielder, definitely. And Palhinha is not that. I've gone out and given her some food because I was losing my train of thought while she was scratching at the door and in here. But the last bit that I wanted to talk on was the main thing I'm excited for, and that's for De Zerbi to actually have some wingers. Now, we were already playing good football under De Zerbi, even with Kolo Muani and Matisse Tell on the wing. Now, whether Matisse Tell stays or not, I don't know. That I've seen links that people are really interested in signing him. I love Tell. He shows heart, he shows desire. He scored a great goal against Leeds. I think it was only 3 goals for him this season. I can remember all of them, actually. United, where we drew 2-2 at home. Leeds away, where Kudus got the winner, and Leeds at home, where he scored the goal to go 1-0 up, but we drew 1-1. Now, again, I think Tell is great. One of his most underrated parts of his game is taking corners. They all just seem to end well or look dangerous. But as I said, the thing that I'm most looking forward to is De Zerbi having two wingers, actual wingers as well, not just like a winger that kind of, passes back and everything. A winger that takes on their man. Kudus, Savinho, obviously we're linked with heavily. Odegaard. Those three alone would be great wingers to play under De Zerbi. And I'm really intrigued to see. I know I just saw something come out today as well that apparently Solanke's going to be the main man next season. I don't think that's a great idea because we can't rely on him to stay fit. We definitely need to bring another striker because I don't want Richarlison still at the club. I'm not going to lie. I'm done with him. We definitely need another striker. If we're going to go for a striker, might as well go big. I don't know why we wouldn't. But yeah, the wingers I think would be so exciting. De Zerbi, obviously, he loved Mitoma at Brighton. Who wouldn't? Just such a great winger. He liked He Who Shall Not Be Named at Marseille. I'm not even going to talk about him. But it's obviously wingers is a big part of De Zerbi's system as well as the centre-backs that he's bringing in. So I think just having, who doesn't love just watching a winger take on his man and flash a ball into the box, or take on his man, cut inside and finesse one bottom corner, top corner, whatever. I think we could really see some exciting football at the Lane next season, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, this one was a shorter one, but I still did really enjoy it because I'm talking positively about Tottenham. There's nothing better than talking positively about your football club. But as I said at the start of the video, if you did enjoy this video, if you're still here, please go down, leave some love, leave a comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing good, leave a like, leave a sub. And yeah, I really hope you guys will stick around for my next video. I think I'm going to try keep going daily. Just depends what I can think of on the day. I'm getting burnt out working a full-time job and recording these and editing these every day. But at the same time, I'm having fun and I want to keep doing this. So again, if you guys have any ideas as well, drop them below or message me. Either or, I'm always there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you all in the next one.